Hi there YouTube, this is Mr. Dylan Records, another quick video for you, and today I'm just going to show you a couple of my new albums. I actually picked both of these up. I picked one of them up yesterday and one of them up today. So I just really wanted to show you, obviously, that I had them, what you get in the boxes, and yeah, just talk a tiny bit about them. So as many of you will know, these two very iconic albums. We've got, firstly, I'll just say a little thing about this album right here, and this is the Velvet Underground and Nico, released in 1968. Very iconic, kind of a symbol of the psychedelic age, psychedelic rock. It was the first, well, not the first, but one of the most important in that movement in the mid to late 60s. This, I believe, was released in 1967 or 68. So I think it was 1967 actually. And the band, obviously, Velvet Underground and Nico. And Nico was the, not sure where she was from actually, but she collaborated with the Velvet Underground on this album. And many of you will know it for its very striking front cover. And this album was actually produced by the legendary pop artist Andy Warhol. So it's very famous for that. And I believe he used this band as entertainment in the factory days. So it's very interesting actually. Just learn a little bit about the history of the Velvet Underground. But obviously we got this Warhol image on the front, which makes it so striking and iconic in some ways. And this album, as I said, was released in 1967, and it is still considered one of the best albums of its time. I believe it was ranked number 19 on greatest albums of all time, something like that. So it's yeah. I haven't, as I say, I only picked this up today, so I haven't had a chance to really listen to many of the songs, but we got songs like Sunday Morning, Venus in Furs, Run Run Run, Heroin, There She Goes Again, I'll Be Your Mirror, European Sun. So obviously a lot of these songs drug influenced and, as I say, usually psychedelic. Key album in that psychedelic rock era that was the late 60s. And yeah, that's the Velvet Underground and Nico's second album or first album, I'm not quite sure. So we got that today, very excited to listen to that. And the second album we have, the equally or actually probably more iconic Abbey Road, released in 1969 by the Beatles. This was actually their last studio album that they actually recorded. Let It Be was obviously released a year later, but Abbey Road was the last time the four Beatles collaborated together in the studio, and it's obviously a massive album. Many consider it to be the Beatles' finest. I haven't listened to it enough yet to give it that title, but so far I really have enjoyed listening to this. I picked it up because obviously I heard of its reputation, and I'm just really trying to build my Beatles collection up. I think I have 4 or 5 of their albums now, and obviously they cost £10 or £11 each, so it's going to take a little bit of time to buy them all, but yeah, I picked Abbey Road up yesterday, and I've really enjoyed listening to it so far. Obviously we have this hugely iconic front cover of the four Beatles at crossing the zebra crossing. I believe this is near the studio at Abbey Road, and yeah, this disc has 17 songs on it. So far, what I've listened to, I like pretty much all of them. What I love is that this album has a great mix of stuff. We've got classic songs by the Beatles like Come Together, Octopus's Garden, I Want You, She's So Heavy, Here Comes the Sun, yeah, So some really real classics, but then we've also got some really unusual, almost psychedelic stuff on here as well. Songs like Mean Mr. Mustard, Sun King. So some really weird and wonderful songs as well. And obviously you get 17 songs, so you're definitely getting your money's worth. And this is definitely a Beatles album everyone should have, I believe. And comes with this very nice, comes in this very nice cardboard sleeve. If you watch my Magical Mystery Tour review a few days ago, you'll know you get one of these with every Beatles album. Comes in a nice cardboard sleeve, and with a nice glossy booklet, which I just quickly flipped through. Some really nice photos of the Beatles here. Obviously, the year that this album was released, the Beatles had actually fallen out, and this album could have easily not been made. Many believe that the Beatles were on the verge of breaking up before this album was made, and there was all kinds of falling outs. I can't really give you the details, but I know that, and yeah, I think Paul rang up George Martin or something and said, we want to make another album, and he said, and if we can do it like we used to. So this is really a symbol of the age, I guess. The last Beatles record that was recorded, and yeah, just a great album. So yeah, those are the two CDs. As I said, I've only had these a couple of days, so I can't really give you an in-depth kind of review on either of them. But yeah, I'll probably review Abbey Road, do a little mini review of Abbey Road separately to this video. But that probably won't be up for another week or so. I have a book on the way, a Bob Dylan book, so I want to show you guys that. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or opinions on these two albums. Leave a comment on my channel, subscribe, or like the video, whatever you want to do really, and I'll have more videos up for you guys soon. Alright, thanks.